Welcome to King Lear, Act 1, Scene 1. We are starting off with one of Lear's oldest friends, Kent. We also have another one of the nobles, Gloucester. And then Gloucester is going to be doing a little bit of trash talking about his son, because you see, Edmund, that is not his wife's son. In fact, Gloucester is going to be talking about the son he has that is a year older than Edmund, who is his legal heir. And Edmund is, well, he's the bastard. And his father says it rather often and rather publicly and talks about being embarrassed about him, which might be why he goes a little evil. So we're starting with these three. I thought the king had affected the Duke of Albany more than Cornwall. It did always seem so to us, but now in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most, for qualities are so weighed that curiosity and neither can make choice of either's moiety. Is this not your son, my lord? His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I am braced to it. I cannot conceive you. Sir, this young fellow's mother could, whereupon she grew wombed, and had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle before she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault? I cannot wish the fault be undone, the issue of it being so proper. He's being nice to the bastard son who's getting made fun of. But I have, sir, a son by order of law, some year elder than this, who is yet no dearer in my account, though this knave came something saucily into the world before he was sent for. Yet his mother fair. There was good sport at his making, and the whore son must be acknowledged. Did you just call your child the son of a whore? Lovely. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund? No, my lord. My lord of Kent, remember him hereafter as my honorable friend. My services to your lordship. I must love you, and sue to know you better. Sir, I shall study deserving. He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again. The king is coming. So the whole time he's saying, hey, you look like a nice guy. I want to get to know you more. He's like pointing out, really? Because his mom was a whore. Here comes the king. A couple of gentlemen who would like to marry Cordelia. And then all of the other family. So Goneril is married to the Duke of Albany. Aren't these two charmingly cute? And Regan is married to the Duke of Cornwall. Attend the lords of France and Burgundy. Gloucester. I shall, my lord. Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strength, while we, unburdened, crawl towards death. Our son Cornwall, and you no less our loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule interest of territory, cares of state, which of you shall say doth love us most? That we our largest bounty may extend where nature doth with merit challenge. Goneril, our eldest born, speak first. Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable, beyond all manner of so much I love you. What shall Cordelia do? Love and be silent. Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champaigns riched, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee, lady, to thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says my second daughter? Our dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall, speak. Sir, I made of the same self-metal that my sister is, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names the very deed of love, only she comes too short. I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possess, and I find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness's love. Then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I am sure my love's more richer than my tongue. To thee, and thine hereditary ever, remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than conferred on Goneril, now our joy, although the last, not least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be in interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak. He has set aside a third of the kingdom that is richer than anything he gave to the two older daughters. So clearly at this point, Cordelia is a favorite. Nothing, my lord. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again. Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, nor more nor less. How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortunes. My good lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit, obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all. But goes thy heart with this? Ay, my good lord, so young and untender. So young, my lord, and true. Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighbored, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter. Good my liege. Hold on a sec. Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence, and avoid my sight. So be my grave, my peace, as here I give her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs, call Burgundy, Cornwall, and Albany. With my 2 daughters' dowers, digest this third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourselves, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turns. Only we still retain the name and all the additions to a king, the sway, the revenue, execution, the rest, beloved sons, are yours, which to confirm this coronet part betwixt you. So he takes off his crown and gives it to his 2 son-in-laws. Says, split this crown. It's all yours. Except, of course, for my 100 knights. And, by the way, I'm going to take turn living in your houses. Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master, followed, as my great patron, thought on in my prayers. The bow is bent and drawn, make from the shaft. Let it fall rather through the fork, invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wilt thou do, old man? Thinkest thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honor's bound when majesty stoops to folly. Reverse thy doom, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life's judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sound reverbs no hollowness. Kent, on my life, no more. My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thy enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being the motive. Out of my sight! See better, Lear, and let me remain the true blank of thine eye. Now by Apollo, King, thou swearest thy gods in vain. Oh, vassal, miscreant! Putting his hand on his sword. Ooh, things just got ugly. Son-in-law step in. Dear sir, forbear! Hold on there. Let's not have a fight here. Do kill your physician, and fee bestow upon thy foul disease. Did he just call the 2 older children diseases, and that he is the cure to try and keep Lear away from the disease? Yeah, that might be important. Do kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon thy foul disease. Revoke thy doom, or, whilst I can vent clamor from my throat, I'll tell thee, thou dost evil. Hear me, recreant, on thine allegiance. Hear me, since thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride to come between our sentence and our power, the which our nature nor our place can bear. Our potency made good. Take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision to shield thee from diseases of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon thy kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is your death. Away, by Jupiter! This shall not be revoked. Fare thee well, king. Sith thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is near. Oh, he's going to talk to Cordelia. The gods do their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinkest, and hast most rightly said. Now, he's going to talk to the older sisters. And your large speeches may your deeds approve. Scroll. Sorry. And your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new. And exits. Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord. My lord of Burgundy, we first address towards you, who, with this king, hath rivaled for our daughter. What, in the least, will you require in present dower with her, or ceased your quest of love? Most royal majesty, I crave no more than what your highness offered, nor will you tender less. Right, noble Burgundy, when she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her price has fallen. Sir, there she stands, if aught within that little seeming substance, or all of it, with our displeasure pierced, and nothing more, nay, fitly like your grace, and nothing more. She's there, and she is yours. I know no answer. Yeah, not thrilled at marrying the girl if she doesn't get any money. Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her? Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes not up on such conditions. Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore, I beseech you, avert your liking to a more worthier way than on a wench whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers. Bear apologizes, don't you, Bear? I have a feeling that's going to happen again. Yes, I love you. Stop barking. Okay, so basically Lear was just telling the king, hey, I kind of want to be friends with France. Please don't marry my daughter because she's no good for you. So go find somebody else to marry, somebody that's going to be good for you. This is most strange that she, that even but now was your best object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, most best, most dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor? Sure, her offense must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, or your forevouched affection fallen into taint, which to believe of her must be a faith that reason without miracle could never plant in me. I yet beseech your majesty, if, for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, since what I well intended, I'll do before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor, but even for want of that for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue as I am glad I have not, though not to have it, hath lost me in your liking. She's saying the only sin I have is that I don't talk crap, and I can't suck up, and I am blessed to not have the ability to suck up and manipulate people with my mouth the way my sisters do. So I'm very sorry that I have lost your love, but I'm not sorry that I'm not manipulative. Better thou hast not been born than not to have pleased me better. Is it but this? A tardiness in nature which often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to? My Lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stands aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry. Royal Lear, give but a portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy. Nothing. I have sworn. I am firm. I am sorry, then. You have so lost a father that you must lose a husband. Peace be with Burgundy, since that respects of fortune are his love. I shall not be his wife. So, if the only thing you love are my fortunes, bye-bye. Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved when despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful, I take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France. Not all the dukes of waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized, precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia. Though unkind, thou losest here a better place to find. Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore, be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy. Okay, there goes the King of France. He takes Burgundy. He says, hey, you're the smart one. You didn't get saddled with my daughter. There go the different couples. Woohoo, we got land and money. Woohoo, we got land and money. So they are all off, and that leaves on stage the King of France and Cordelia. Bid farewell to your sisters. The jewels of our father, with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know what you are, and like a sister, I am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Use well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both. Prescribe us not our duties. Don't tell me what to do. Let your study be content to your Lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and are well worth the want that you have wanted. Time shall unfold what plated cunning hides. Who cover faults, at last shame them derides. Well may you prosper. Come, my fair Cordelia. Sister, it is not a little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight. That's most certain, and with you next month with us. You see how full of changes his age is. The observation we have made of it hath not been little. He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly. 'Tis the infirmity of age, yet he never hath but slenderly known himself. The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash, and then we must look to receive from his age not alone the imperfections of long engraft condition, but therewithal the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them. Such unconstant starts are we like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment. Oh God, Dad sucks. He's just like doing stupid crap, and now we have to put up with him. There's further compliment of leave taking between France and him. Pray you, let's hit this together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us. We shall further think on it. We must do something, and in the heat. So, hey, guess what? Dad loved Cordelia best, and he turned on her. What's Dad going to do to us? We should do something. Huh? What do you think? Maybe. They're not even out of the room, and they're plotting. So that is Act 1, Scene 1.